Namaste everyone. In this video we are going to talk about the difference between the Hatha and Ashtanga yoga. So I'm not going to talk about in the detail. I'm going to talk about in shortly descriptions what are the major difference between the Hatha yoga and Ashtanga yoga. So let me explain first the what does this word means. So Hatha is the combination of the two words Ha and Tha. So Ha means solar energy. In our right side, we have our solar energy, which is called the solar channel or the masculine energy. In Tha, it means lunar energy, which we have in our left side of the body. So Hatha yoga is more about to balancing these two nadis. So in Hatha yoga, we are mainly practiced to balancing these two nadis. Let's talk about what is the meaning of Ashtanga. So Ast means 8 and Ang means limbs. So Ast is 8 and Ang means limbs. So according to the Ashtanga yoga, there are the 8 limbs of the yoga which called the Ashtanga yoga. Like these limbs are Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. So these are the definition of the Ashtanga and Hatha yoga. Let's talk about what are the difference. How can you say on the mat that this is the Ashtanga class and this is the Hatha class? So let me explain about that. So basically Hatha yoga is more the mindfulness practice where you are just balancing your mind and more calming practice. Like when you're taking a class, slowly inhale, like raise the hands up, connecting your breath, connecting your mind, exhale, bend forward. So every time you're being connected with on the mat, connecting with the breath. So that's the mindfulness practice. The purpose of Hatha yoga not to having intense stretch. There's more balancing your nadis, as I mentioned you before, and it's like balancing the nadis. Let's talk about a bit Ashtanga yoga. Ashtanga yoga, it's the Ashtanga yoga. When we are doing the Ashtanga yoga on the mat, we have the fixed sequence which we are practicing. In Hatha yoga, we do not have any sequence. Sequence is made by the teacher. Every day the teacher is coming with a new sequence. There are of course a criteria the teacher has to follow, but the asanas, how he need to put the asana in a sequence is up to the teacher. But in Ashtanga, for the Ashtanga teacher, you don't need to make a sequence. There is already the sequence made by Guruji Pathabi Jaws. The sequence has been made by him. So we are following that sequencing on the mat. So even asanas are the fix. After each asana we are following, like the sun salutation A5 round, then B5 round, then Padangustasana, then Padhastasana, then Trikonasana. So we are just following that pattern, but in a Hatha yoga, it's up to the teacher how the teacher wants to make a sequence. Now let's talk about the sun salutation difference. So difference between the Hatha sun salutation and Ashtanga sun salutations. There are the few difference between the Hatha sun salutation and Ashtanga sun salutation. Usually when the students are doing on the mat, they think it's the same. Hatha, Ashtanga sun salutation are the same. And sometimes the students are only doing the practice, even they don't know about is this the Hatha sun salutation or the Ashtanga sun salutation. So it's the really important. If you are teaching the Hatha class, we cannot teach the Ashtanga sun salutation in Hatha class, and we cannot practice the Hatha sun salutation in Ashtanga class. So that's why it's the really important for us to know about the difference between the both suns, like different style sun salutation. Let's talk about first the number of asana. When we are saying the Hatha yoga, we have 12 asana in a half round, and we are completing. This is the only we are having the half round. In half round we have the 12 asana. When we are completing the same sequence with the other leg, so that's become the one round of the Hatha sun salutation. So how many asanas are there in Hatha sun salutation? In one round it means 24 asana in a one round. One Wrong, because we only have, I say, the 12 asana, because we are completing, starting from the third asana and we are finishing in the third asana, and we did the 12 asana with the one side, then we are repeating the other side. Let's say start with the right and they are repeating the same side with the left, the other side, the 12 asana, that's become the 24 asana we have in Hatha Sun Salutation. Number of asana in Ashtanga Sun Salutation. First you have to understand in Ashtanga Sun Salutation, we have two types of the Sun Salutation, Ashtanga Sun Salutation A and Ashtanga Sun Salutation B. If I talk about the number of asana, in A we have the 9 asana and B we have the 17 asana. So see, there is a big difference, even the number of asana. So in Hatha Sun Salutation we have the 24 asana in one round. In Ashtanga Sun Salutation in A, Sun Salutation A, we have 9 and B we have the 17. Let's talk about the few more difference. In Hatha Sun Salutation we do not jump, but in Ashtanga Sun Salutation we jump for doing the flow. The next difference here, in Hatha Yoga we always use yogic breath. So what does it mean, the yogic breath? Yogic breath, it's mean you are using your diaphragm breathing, chest breathing and clavicle breathing. So that's called the yogic breath. And in Ashtanga Yoga, when we are practicing even the Ashtanga Sun Salutation in Ashtanga Yoga class, we do Ujjayi breath. So what is the Ujjayi breath? Ujjayi breath is coming from the back of the throat. It's like you are contracting the throat and like the sound start coming from the throat. So in Ashtanga Yoga we are doing the Ujjayi breath. In Hatha Yoga we are doing the yogic breath. So that is the another difference between the Sun Salutation when we are practicing the Sun Salutation, the breath difference. And definitely, as I mentioned you just early, that in Hatha Yoga we are having the mindfulness practice. So yogic breath is helping us to getting the more mindfulness practice, and Ujjayi breath is creating the more heat in our body. So that is helping us to follow the sequence of our class. I hope it's clear for you. Now the next things, when we are saying the next things, what is here, there are the some asana which has the different name in Ashtanga Yoga and in Hatha Sun Salutation, in Ashtanga Sun Salutation. Let me explain you the one posture. Let's say this posture is called the Tadasana, where we start the Sun Salutation. We're starting the Tadasana from the front of the mat. So this posture in Hatha Yoga is called the Tadasana, when you stand erect, chest up, shoulders down, hands down, chin parallel, looking straight. But if you're doing the same asana in Ashtanga Yoga, it's called Samasthiti. So in Hatha it's called Tadasana, in Ashtanga Yoga is called Samasthiti. Let's take one more example is here. One asana is here. These are the two asana which have the different name. This is called in Hatha Yoga Padhastasana, when you head down, and it's like the forward bend asana. But when are you doing this asana in Ashtanga Yoga, the same asana has the different name which called the Uttanasana. So I hope you got the few difference between the Hatha Sun Salutation and Ashtanga Sun Salutation. So again I'm repeating, I'm summarize all the things what I just taught you in the Sun Salutation. In Hatha Yoga, the number of asana in one round we have 24. In Ashtanga Yoga, the number of asana in Sun Salutation A it's 9 and B is 17. In Hatha Yoga, we are using the yogic breath. Sorry, yes, my mistake. Yogic breath. And in Ashtanga Yoga, we use the Ujjayi breath. In Hatha Yoga, there are the some asana which has the different name. In Ashtanga Yoga, there will be the same asana which are the pronouncing a different, like Tadasana and Samasthiti. So I hope these things will be also clear for you. Thank you everyone. Namaste.